Hey, what's happening Wednesday? This is Dad from Tiny Enormous coming at you from coffee shop today, so please excuse the noise in the background. But we started off today with a quick clip from our last rehearsal. We got a live stream coming up on Monday, so like and subscribe so you don't miss out on that. More on that in a little bit, but I want to talk about jazz guitar today. I always say that I will never call myself a jazz guitarist, and sometimes other people do because I'm highly influenced by the phrasing, specifically the chords and the freedom of the improvisation. But one thing that always comes up is that jazz players don't bend, and that always freaked me out. It's like, did you ever listen to Django Reinhardt? You know, it's like when my brain thinks about jazz guitar, the first two people about whom I think, maybe, I don't know, nowadays is Julian Lach. He's my favorite guitarist currently playing. I've raved about him over and over on here. But yeah, Joe Pass and Django Reinhardt are the first two whose playing my brain immediately recognizes as being jazz guitar. And I learned a lot about like bending expressively from Django. Like a lot of the blues stuff taught me a different way to be expressive with bends, and the rock stuff, but the way that Django would bend slowly into a half-step bend, and it was almost like a cat meowing, you know, like, and I love my cat, but yeah, that's something that really impacted me, and it was really kind of weird. But yeah, I use a lot of sixths and ninths and stuff like that. I don't use as many of the rock, like suspended seconds and fourths in my playing. So like I'm clearly jazz influenced, but like a lot of guitarists like me, you know, who didn't study formally, I think are influenced by jazz, and people hear it and think we're jazz guitarists, and it's just really, I kind of don't really want to be called a jazz guitarist. I'd say that I'm jazz influenced, but yeah, I'd never really identified as a jazz guitarist, and I'm really interested in other guitarists feel like that. The whole no bending thing just really doesn't make any sense. Like, why, if jazz is supposed to be free and expressive, which is part of my understanding of what it should and has stood for, like, why have a constraint like that in there? You know, I could maybe understand, no, maybe not. I was about to say, what do jazz players tap? Do they use natural harmonics? Like, what other limitations are there? Because one of my biggest problems with how people think of jazz is they think that it ended like a generation ago, and that there is no new jazz or something like that. And it's like, I grew up in the fusion era, and I didn't ever really want to play like those folks, and it never sounded like jazz to me. It sounded like the things that jazz was influencing, you know, it was like rock with some jazz stuff on top of it. But yeah, anyway, jazz guitar, if you've got a good definition of it, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Again, we've got a live stream coming out on Monday. Check that out. There'll be a link in the description. We'll play you out with another quick clip from our last rehearsal. See you then.